Guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a review on the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop concealer. I haven't heard anything about this product, so I just wanted to do a review for you guys. And I was sent this from influencer, so I wanted to kind of see how the concealer worked. Since I'm going to be out today, I want to just go ahead and test the concealer out for you guys. So they've sent me the concealer here in this little box. Literally, this is the concealer. And now that I'm looking at the shade, because I haven't opened the shade, it is really light. Natural tan. So we're going to see how light this is. I haven't even swatched it or anything. So I'm going to take the packaging off. So you guys already know about Influencer. I've done several of their... I've opened several of their boxes here on my channel. I will leave a link down below for you guys to sign up with Influencer. It's totally free. You get sent free products to test out and try and review. And every product that you try out and review, you're open to get new products either from the same company or from different companies. So just sign up and see if you like it. The concealer is $8.50. It's supposed to be 24-hour highly pigmented shade. It's 24 highly pigmented shades, lightweight formula, waterproof, provides buildable coverage, and lasts for 24 hours. And it just tells you on this little card how to use it, their tips and tricks. On here, I did go on the NYX website. And if you hear something in the background, that is Zara and Zoe and Greg. So they are here. So I went on their website and I was looking at the reviews on this concealer. And most of the reviews on this concealer is from influencer people. So that's one reason why I wanted to kind of do this on my own. But there is a review for like 3 stars. And they said that it's okay, need more time, need to mix it. It's a little thick and drying for me. I have oily skin, so they did receive a sample or something like that. The cons is that poor texture, pros easy to use. So I wanted to see what that review was about. It does have some 4 stars and it has some 5 stars. So I wanted to test it out to see how I like it. Even though, you know, I am part of the influencer crowd, I still want to give my honest opinion. I do feel like this shade is going to be a wee bit too light for Jackie, so I may have to mix it or just kind of use my powders to kind of help bring it back to the right color. The applicator is pretty nice. It's really big and it bends a little. I don't know. Oh, and it is flexible, so that's a good thing. You get 0.11 fluid ounces in here for $8.50, which is not bad at all. So let's just see how good it is. It don't smell like anything. So I'm just gonna... Oh, she is kind of thick and she is very bright. So I'm complaining about the color because before you get sent anything from influencer, you fill out a survey of like your skin tone and like the foundation color you normally wear, the concealer color you normally wear. So that's why I was just like, I didn't put this color on there, so I don't know where they got this from. Okay, so on one side I'm going to blend it out with a brush, and the other side I'm going to blend it out with a damp sponge. So let me go dampen. Okay, so this side I'm gonna go ahead and use the brush. It's already starting to set, so that lets me know this dries pretty fast. And I do have the ceiling fan on, so that could also act with the drying of the concealer because it's blowing around some cooler air because I have the heater on and I get hot pretty fast. That blended out pretty nicely. The coverage is okay. It kind of disappeared a little bit, so we'll see how this side goes. I actually like the sponge a bit better as far as like keeping the coverage, but it made it a little patchy. So I don't know if you guys can tell, and it dries really fast. So I have to really buff it out on my chin and my nose. But it made it a little patchy here on this side of my face versus this side is like a lot smoother. This side you can see some variations of the foundation and my skin. Like it feel like it kind of pulled up some of the foundation because of the sponge. So I'm just gonna add a wee bit more concealer on both sides because I am leaving today, so I want to still look flawless. I tried something different with my eyes and the eye color. I don't know, the side that I use the sponge on, I'm just not loving it, but I am going to go ahead and set it. This sink into my creases a little bit. It's really thick though. I'm going to take the Maybelline Loose Finishing Powder to set my concealer. I'm going to go in with the Maybelline Fit Me powder, press powder. It's the matte one, to go ahead and finish up my face. Also blending this with that loose powder under my eyes to kind of blend it out, because that concealer really was bright. It really has some nice coverage. Once you get that powder on there, it gives you like that flawless finish. Okay, it takes away dark spots and blur, so it does look like really nice and smooth under my eyes, my chin and stuff. So it has a really nice finish. I'm gonna go ahead and finish up my face and then I'll come back. Alrighty guys, so it is a different day, same review for the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop concealer. So what happened was I did my makeup and you guys saw my first impressions on applying the makeup, and what happened was I was running late for work, so I had to just bounce, and then the kids were going crazy, so I didn't even get to show you guys the completed look or come back after work and show you guys how it looked. So what I decided to do today is go ahead, and I did use the concealer under my eyes and my nose and my chin, and I'm going to wear it today and come back and show you guys how it looked, because I do have my opinion already based on this concealer, but I thought it wouldn't be fair to show you guys how it looked at the end of the day, since I couldn't record that part for you yesterday. So I decided to do it today and then share my feelings. So I already have my feelings on how I feel about this concealer. So what changed from yesterday to today is I did turn my ceiling fan off today when I applied the concealer, because yesterday I said it dried fast and I had the ceiling fan on. It still dried the same way, and I did do the same technique where I used a sponge on this side and a brush on this side, and once again I still feel the same way, that the brush is better than the sponge. I just did not like the sponge with this concealer at all, and I even tried a dry sponge instead of using a wet sponge, and I still didn't like it. So I am going to go ahead and wear this for the rest of the day, and then come back and tell you guys how I feel about the concealer. But I really just want to tell you guys how I feel about it now, but it's fine. Yeah, so I did set it with the same Maybelline powder and everything. The only thing that's different is just the makeup look, and you know, I have on highlighter and all that, but I'm going to wear it for the rest of the day, and then I'm gonna come back and show you guys how it looks at the end of the day. Oh, and by the way, it is 10:37, so we'll see how long it lasts, if it creased. Right now there's not really much creasing. Right now there's nothing really happening. You can see it's pretty matte. Just see how it goes. Okay guys, so it is now 5:33. You can't see that. 5:33. And I've been having this on for about what, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, about 7 hours. I feel like that is a good amount of time, because as you can see, I am really oily. My skin hasn't been this oily since before I got pregnant with Zara, so I guess it's going back to how it was. But I look super oily. I went out today. I just didn't do anything to my face. Okay, so I zoomed in for you guys to see that it is pretty matte under the eyes, but it did crease a little bit in my little creases. But in the chin area, it's still there, and then the nose, it's just really oily. My skin is just really oily. I don't even think it's the concealer. It's just my skin is pretty oily all over. Not quite sure why that is happening, but my skin is pretty oily all over, but it did crack under the eyes. Okay, so I told you guys earlier that I had my already opinion based on this concealer, and to be honest, it's not the worst concealer out there, but it's not like the best concealer, especially for the price. I just feel like for $8 $50. There's other concealers that I would probably reach for before I would pick this one up. I did not like how this concealer blends out. I just absolutely do not like how this concealer blends out. I used a sponge, which is the Real Techniques beauty sponge, and I used a brush, and the brush that I used was the e.l.f. small stippling brush, and I use this brush for like all of my concealers when I want to blend out and get a flawless look, when I don't feel like using a sponge or if I don't have a clean sponge. So I do use this brush like a lot, so I was quite surprised that that brush just did not do the trick. So I was just not happy about how this concealer blended out. The first time I applied it, you guys saw it was pretty patchy on this side with the sponge, and even with the brush it kind of just wasn't like the best. And then the color that they sent me was just not the best color, even though we filled out a survey. So I'm not faulting the concealer because of the color, but it would have helped if it was more in a color that I can use. It's just in this weird like light shade, and the consistency is pretty decent. It's pretty thick, as you guys can see. It dries really fast. For me, it dries really fast because I like to put my concealer on and then take my time to blend it out, but this concealer does not give you that much time. It starts to dry up pretty fast. Even as I'm talking, it's already starting to dry up, so it's already hard to blend out, but the fact that it dries really fast makes it even worse. So that's something I didn't like. It does last for a long time. I really can't test it on the transfer thing, but it did crease in my lines under my eyes. Would I purchase this concealer? Probably not. Just the overall like use, the overall what's that word, performance of the concealer, I just did not care for. So this is gonna go on my no, I do not like concealer pile. I'm sorry, NYX. I really like NYX products, but I just did not care too much for this concealer. So I don't know. And I did do a review on the foundation, but I had lost the footage, so I didn't even get to post a review. And I kind of felt the same way about the foundation. It just dried really fast, and I didn't like the consistency. I didn't like how it blended out. So that's why I never even went, because I had returned the foundation and I never went and bought it again to try to do the review for you guys, because I just didn't like the foundation either. I'm sorry to say that, but I just didn't like that, and I didn't like the concealer either. So oh well. So I hope you guys enjoyed this review. I hope it was helpful for some of you if you was thinking about purchasing this concealer. Maybe it may perform better with the foundation. That's probably another test I may have to do. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I can't wait to chat with you guys in my next video. Bye guys.